Max here again, and today we're going to be talking about pull-ups. Now, this is an instructional video for those who can't do a pull-up or are having difficulty. So, some basics here. So, a pull-up is referred to when your hands are pronated, so overhand, versus a chin-up where your hands are supinated, like so, where your hands are towards you. Now, the reason why chin-ups, like so, underhand, are much easier than pull-ups is because body positioning. So when your hand is in an underhand position, the supinated, because of our anatomy, the biceps tendon is attached. It's articulated to the radius. So, and you can actually do this test for yourself. When you're overhand, your bicep is actually relaxed, and as you turn, you can really see that bicep and feel that bicep contract. And that's just because of just our anatomy, and that biceps tendon is connected to the radius bone. So that is why pull-ups are generally a little bit harder, and pull-ups require a lot of latissimus. You'll hear lat recruitment, lat activations. Basically, they're referring to this big back muscle that stretches. Basically, it covers more surface area than any other back muscle. So, what can we do to help recruit these lats and thus create a better muscle to mind activation and really get you doing good pull-ups? So, first things first, we're going to just start from a dead hang, right? So overhand position, hands are going to be over here. So look at my shoulder position, right? My shoulders are all the way up to my ears, okay? So right now they're relaxed, they're being stretched. What we need to do is we need to engage them. Now, so what the lats do when they contract, because that's what muscles do, they shorten and elongate. When the lats contract, they shorten, they depress the entire shoulder girdle. They bring the scapula, the shoulder blades, they bring them down. So we're hanging here. Now we're going to contract and pull and bring those scapula down, okay? So relaxed, down. So I want you just to practice these, and you'll feel kind of like the back of the shoulder here, the teres minor, and those lats are starting to really tighten up and anchor that shoulder girdle, okay? Do anywhere from like 5 to 10 of these. Really squeeze at the top and focus on engaging those lats, okay? Now, part 2, the pull-up, it hits kind of from your waist up. It's not just the sole upper body weight exercise. There's actually a little bit of abdominal and torso recruitment in there. And the thing is, because you don't want to be flaccid and loose when you're up on that pull-up bar here, because if you're tight up here, when your torso is loose, you can be losing a lot of power as you bring yourself up. And that's why you want to really tighten, brace the core. A good way to simulate that is, like when you're on the floor, we have the hollow hold, where we're laying flat, like that. So we're kind of creating that concave picture. We're tightening up the core. You should replicate that same movement, that same kind of body positioning when you're doing a pull-up. So let's incorporate that lat recruitment, shoulders down, and then that hollow hold, okay? So starting from a dead hang, lat recruitment, hollow hold, and then relax. Lat recruitment, shoulders down, hollow hold, and relax. Last one, lat recruitment, hollow hold, and relax. So now you'll notice you're just becoming like one strong piece of solid steel. Now there's going to be very limited wasted movement. You're going to be just coming up and down like a piston. And that's the whole kind of premise of strength training. You want to generate maximum tension. So there's no wasted movement. You're just coming down, or you're going in and out of a single plane of motion. Okay? So good. And now, kind of like the final finale is to get yourself up. Now, for those that can't get themselves into a full pull-up position, what you can do is you can climb into the position. So preferably you want to use like a chair, step up on there, and just hold that top position. Again, shoulders aren't here, they're down, we're in that hollow position. And hold it for, start off, even 5 seconds is good, because those 5 seconds will turn into 10, 20, 30, and if you can hold up there for 30 seconds, you might be able to do a full range pull-up, okay? So the key is just frequency. You don't have to do a full hour workout. if anything, that could even be detrimental because you're not used to that amount of volume. So you can just start with, for example, every other day, you do 3 sets of the circuit. You do 5 of the lat recruitments, 5 holds for 5 seconds with the lat recruitment, and then 5 seconds up top holds. So it's 3 of each for 5 seconds each every other day. And before you know it, like I said, those 5 seconds turn to 10, 15, and you'll get there eventually. Another variation though that you can add in, once you've kind of mastered the holds or the holds aren't working for you, you can do negatives. So what a negative is, you start at the top and then you lower yourself as slowly as you can. Keeping everything tight. We still want those shoulders down. We're up here. We're down. And I'm in that hollow position. And then again, you climb back up and do that. Again, it should take you like a good 8 to 10 seconds to descend while keeping proper form. And you can do that about 5 times. And again, you can include that or substitute that for the holds. There's a lot of variations, a lot of exercises that you can do to build up that back. A lot of people say lat pull downs, heavy rows. Yes, those are good because they build very similar muscle groups. But because the pull-up is such a technique-oriented movement, because we're engaging the core, we're almost trying to round ourselves over that bar. It's a little more technically demanding than just simply doing a curl or a row because it involves so many muscle groups. So that's why when you're doing kind of like this skill-specific training, because really strength training is a skill. You have to learn to properly align your body and your angles to achieve maximal force output. So really, there's no substitute for just hanging on the bar and teaching your body how to adjust both anatomically, through angles, and just how to brace yourself, okay? So good luck. Let me know how it goes. And as always, reach out. I'm happy to help. Have a good one, everyone.